Hi. Hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's topic, some signs you were born to be a filmmaker. Before moving forward, I would just like to remind you guys to not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would really mean a lot to me if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can keep putting out these quality content and fun content for you guys. So, let's get into it. You happen to be a self-proclaimed film critic because you always analyze movies and television shows, even music videos that you watch. Or perhaps, like my case, your friends or family members may have nicknamed you a film critic because you just always have something to say. You don't analyze films like the average viewer. You dig deep. You ask yourself questions about shots you've seen in a movie or even a music video. Of course, depending on what type of content you would like to direct. In my case, I want to direct everything. I'm going to direct everything. Commercials, documentaries, fashion films, music videos, everything. So I tend to watch everything, right? I knew that I seriously wanted to be a film director when I found myself often asking film-related questions, including when watching horror movies. Like,
how did they do that jump scare?
Whilst my friends and family members are like freaking out in the cinema, I'm like, wow, that was cool. The way the person comes up from the back, how do they make this go down? How is the camera so fluid? Just questions. You can't seem to help it. Also, I happen to be one of those freaks that doesn't get scared when watching horror movies, so I'm guessing that helps with my analysis as well. Cameras. You finish watching a movie, you go Google what kind of camera was used in that movie. You even make commentary on the lights. Oh, I really enjoyed the lighting in that scene. Or I really appreciated the production design in this scene. The costume design, like you have specific feedback or commentary on each facet or different facets of filmmaking. You even tend to have feedback on the actors, like, oh, I wish they had cast someone else for this scene or for this story. You also don't withhold your commentary on the general performance of a director. Like if you think a director had a good command of the sets, or if you think they did not. Furthermore, it's not strange for you to watch a movie more than once, so that you can entirely digest the story or the content. The first watch can be typically analysis driven, the second to completely assimilate, and the third to give it a rewatch and perhaps to get more technical, make notes, things that could have been better, those sort of things. Number 2. In a way, you wish you could live in movies. Perhaps some of your favorite movies, if you're like me. Not permanently, but to experience certain moments with your favorite characters. I don't know about the rest of you, but I truly feel like life is a movie. And most movies are inspired by reality, for one. So there's that obvious connection. But when I say that you see the world from a cinematic point of view, it means that most moments to you are cinematic moments, if not all. For instance, conversations generally inspire dialogue if you happen to be a director that also writes. The way people drive in Los Angeles, I would like to direct one of the next Fast and Furious movies. I have some ideas based on what I've experienced on the freeways in Los Angeles. Call me, guys! You wish you could document most things. Like funny moments when you have a night out with friends and something ridiculous happens, or when your parents scold you, perhaps the documentation of one of your relationships and the timeline of events that occur. Always remember though, it's very important to live in the moment and enjoy life fully as well, because life is precious. It's all about finding that balance of when to document and when to let go and live entirely. If you are destined to be a director, then you certainly have a different eye from most people. When you look at a majestic piece of artwork, for example, it may inspire shots for a movie in your head. I'm sure most of us did this when we were younger, right? Our parents are driving their cars, there's music playing in the background, and we stick our heads out the window slightly and envision we are in a music video. Did any of you do this when you were growing up? One sign you were born to be a director is that you still do this action when you get older. And when doing this, you may envision moments in a music video as the wind blows your hair. You go to an art gallery. Besides your interpretation of whatever artworks that you see, a director tends to see more in spaces like that. Because there's so much inspiration to the eyes, and filmmaking is a visual sport. Suppose you can relate to what I'm saying. Sometimes, in that case, it feels a bit like a burden because you're always thinking about movies and directing potentially, or how to get on sets as frequently as possible. I mean, a genuine appreciation for their art. Because you know it's not easy. You know the amount of work that goes into making one project. We feel encouraged by their discipline, their unique stories, and how they were able to make their first big breaks as film directors. We respect them for being pioneers in their fields. And we celebrate their use of storytelling to heal the world, inspire people like myself, bring people together, remind us that, quite frankly, we aren't alone. Filmmaking and music are two very powerful tools we should continue to use to heal our world. It makes sense that they both go hand in hand. Very beautiful marriage between those two, music and film. 4. You are committed to your craft. Simply, you do your homework. Even if you've never laid your hands on a film camera, you do your homework. Or you're yet to have your first directing gig ever, you still do your homework by watching movies, for example. Any day not spent watching a movie or creative content like a 40-minute long documentary is a day wasted if you're trying to be a director. You must constantly feed your mind by learning what to do and also learning what not to do by watching films. Tell me you're a film director without telling me you're a film director. Save the cat! The film book. Basically, you do your homework by buying lots and lots of books to help you become a better director. Shoot great dialogue scenes, advanced camera techniques to get an expensive look on your low budget film. We need all of these. They're literally my babies. If you write and direct, writing softwares like Final Draft should not be foreign. All of this costs money, but you don't see it as a loss because you're investing in your future, yourself, and your craft. Film school is another investment that a lot of us filmmakers make. P.S. That's going to be a future topic. In the nearest future, I will be talking about my experiences at film school and if it's necessary to attend one to make it as a filmmaker. Of course, being committed to your craft should also mean making movies as often as you can.
Hey, brownies?
Yes, please. I love brownies. Oh my god.
I skipped the last verse.
What? What are you talking about? That was perfect.
Hello? 911? Some black girl just attacked me in the store. She stole my toilet paper.
No one is saying to spend your life savings making movies, right? There are other investments you can make. The trick is to look for affordable ways to make something of good quality that has something unique as often as you can. Now, the good news is nowadays we have many options. Many of us have decent cell phones nowadays that can make some decent shootings. So even if you don't have access to a lot of resources, materials or gears, make use of what you have. Use your connections, however big or small. Focus on each other's strengths and then rock on. Do what you have to do. It's about the art. You wish nothing else mattered but the art. You're not a huge fan of networking, but you know it's essential. For you, it's about doing. Collaborating with different people, creating something of substance that will change our world, change minds, spark a light, inspire people to go after their dreams or whatever themes may be important to you as an individual director. These are your main focus. That's one way you know you're born to be a director, focusing on the art and your mission. You care. You actually care. That separates you from 50% of directors if you care, because a lot of people do not care. You care about your co-workers and collaborators. Doesn't matter to you that there is this hierarchy situation in production which renders the director the captain of the ship. You still talk to people with respect, dignity, most especially because you know that you couldn't make a movie on your own. No one man can make a movie, a full movie that needs lights, sounds. Every department is important. When we work with directors that care and show respect and appreciation for the cast and crew, it's always easier to work with directors like that. For instance, most people treat production assistants with zero dignity. I've been a production assistant on certain sets. I know what I'm talking about. It's important to you that every individual on the set, regardless of their hierarchy and positions, is treated with dignity and respect. You understand issues like the Me Too movement, its effects, and it's imperative to you that issues like this cease to end. Lastly, you're all about spreading positive energy and uplifting people as you work on your set. Anything else, please seek another profession, preferably a job that doesn't include you being in contact with other people. Thank you. Movie sets are your favorite place. It's possible that you don't even know why. They just are. You feel at peace when you're on set. You feel at home. Like when a shoot comes to an end, you get emotional because you know it's the end of a phase. You wish you could be on set every day. I do. Only a few other places make you as happy when you're present. And for me, that would be theme parks. I really love theme parks. Love thrill rides. And in a weird way, there's definitely a similarity between theme parks and movie sets. Go figure.